Welcome, everyone. Today's video has the power to change your life. Not just your goals, not just your success, but the way you show up every single day. Because today, we're not talking about hype. We're not talking about big dreams. We're talking about the one thing most people are missing: consistency. Everyone wants results: a better body, better English, more money, more confidence. But only a small number of people stay consistent long enough to see those results. It's not because others are lazy. It's because they don't know how to stay consistent when life gets hard. You start something, you feel excited, then you stop, you promise yourself, then you break that promise. And slowly, something worse happens. You stop trusting yourself. You lose confidence. You lose time. You lose belief in who you are. But that stops today. In this video, you're going to learn how to stay consistent even when you don't feel like it, even when your mind says, I can't do this, even when you're tired, distracted, scared, or unmotivated. Because once you understand the truth about consistency, you will never fail the same way again. And remember, as you listen, you're also improving your English. So stay with me until the end. Let's begin. Rule 1. Why consistency is everything. You don't need to be extreme. You need to be consistent. Here's something most people never truly understand. Success is not one big moment. It's thousands of small actions nobody sees. It's not working 18 hours a day for 1 week. It's working 2 focused hours every day for a year. It's not studying English for 10 hours on Sunday. It's studying 30 minutes every single day, even when you're tired. Consistency separates the talkers from the achievers. Anyone can be amazing for 1 day. Anyone can feel inspired, work hard, and post about it. But the people who actually change their lives are the ones who show up when it's boring, when no one is watching, when no one is clapping, when nothing feels exciting. That's consistency. Picture this. 2 people want to lose weight. The first person goes to the gym for 4 hours every Sunday. But Monday to Saturday? Nothing. The second person goes for 30 minutes every day. Even when they're tired, even when they don't feel like it. After 6 months, who wins? The second person. Every time. Because consistency beats intensity. Always. You don't rise when you feel motivated. You rise when you refuse to quit. The people who transform their lives aren't perfect. They just keep showing up. So if you want better health, better English, better results, stop asking, how hard can I go? Start asking, how long can I stay consistent? Consistency is not a small habit. It is the foundation of every result you want. Rule 2. Discipline is stronger than motivation. If you wait until you feel ready, you'll wait forever. Let's break one of the biggest lies out there. You just need more motivation. No, motivation is a feeling, and feelings change daily. One day you feel powerful. The next day you feel exhausted. One morning you're inspired. By evening you're distracted and lazy. If your success depends on your feelings, you will never stay consistent. Motivation is like the weather. It changes. Discipline is different. Discipline is doing what you said you would do, even when you don't feel like doing it. Motivation says, I'll study English if I'm in the mood. Discipline says, I'll study because I gave my word. Motivation says, I'll exercise if I feel energetic. Discipline says, I'll exercise because my health matters. Motivation asks, do I feel like it? Discipline says, it doesn't matter. Think about a soldier. Do they wake up every day and ask, do I feel like training? No, they train because it's their duty. They don't wait for inspiration. They move with purpose. If you want to speak fluent English, build a business, lose weight, or master any skill, you must choose discipline over motivation. Motivation fades. Discipline builds results. Here's what you can do today. Stop searching for the perfect motivational video. Instead, choose one small action. And commit to doing it every day. 10 minutes of reading. 20 minutes of practice. A short workout. Even when you're tired. Even when you're bored. Even when you want to skip. Because real growth begins the moment you act beyond your feelings. And here's the secret most people miss. Sometimes motivation comes after action, not before. Do the work first. The motivation will follow. Rule 3. Forget perfection. Start now. Most people are not stuck because they're lazy. They're stuck because they're waiting. Waiting for the perfect time, the perfect plan, the perfect energy, the perfect confidence. But perfection is a trap. Perfection keeps you thinking. Progress starts with doing. You say, I'll speak English when I'm confident. I'll start my project when I have a better idea. I'll join the gym when life is less busy. You're not waiting for the right moment. You're avoiding action. Perfection is your brain trying to protect you from failure. Because if you never start, you never fail. You never feel embarrassed. You never look foolish. But if you never start, you never grow either. Imagine someone who wants to start a YouTube channel. They say, I need a better camera, a better microphone, a better setup. Years pass. They post nothing. Meanwhile, someone else starts with just a phone. The videos are not perfect. The lighting isn't great. The sound isn't amazing. But they post. They improve. They learn. They grow. And over time, they build skill and confidence. Why? Because they started. You don't become perfect before you begin. You become better because you begin. So what should you do today? Start. Speak broken English. Write your messy first draft. Record your imperfect video. Post your first rough attempt. Because the moment you act, you move ahead of the version of you who only thinks. Don't chase perfection. Chase progress. Progress builds momentum. Momentum builds confidence. Confidence builds results. Perfection slows you down. Perfection kills creativity. Perfection destroys consistency. But action creates clarity. And clarity changes everything. Action builds momentum. Action builds confidence. So stop waiting for the right moment. It doesn't exist. Start now, even if it looks messy, even if it feels slow, even if it seems small. Every expert was once a beginner. Every success story began with one simple decision. I'm done waiting. I'm starting. Rule 4. Set targets you can actually win. One major reason people quit: they set goals that are too big to survive real life. They say things like, I'll study English 5 hours every single day. I'll never eat junk food again. From tomorrow, I wake up at 4 a.m., run 10 kilometers, meditate, journal, read 50 pages, and start business. It sounds powerful, but it's unrealistic. And when life gets stressful, and it always does, that giant goal crushes your energy. It destroys your confidence. It makes you feel like a failure again. The dream isn't the problem. The size of the daily target is. You don't fail because you're weak. You fail because you chose something your brain can't repeat consistently. You don't need to do everything today. You need to do something today and repeat it tomorrow and the next day and the next. Small, realistic actions done daily create unbelievable results over time. Let's say you want to become fluent in English. You tell yourself 5 hours a day. Day 1, you do it. Day 2, you're tired but you try. Day 3, you skip. Day 4, you feel guilty. Day 5, you quit. Now try this instead. I'll study for 25 minutes a day. No matter what, that's manageable. You can do it before bed, after dinner, during a break. It feels doable, so you repeat it. 6 months later, your English is completely different. Not because you were perfect, but because you were consistent and realistic. When your goal feels huge, your brain feels pressure. When your brain feels pressure, it resists. But when your goal feels small and clear, your brain says, okay, I can handle this. That's how consistency begins. Want to read more? Read 5 pages a night. Want to wake up earlier? Move your alarm 15 minutes earlier each week. Want to get fit? Move your body for 20 minutes daily. Grow slowly. Win daily. Real transformation starts with targets you can actually keep. Rule 5. Build systems. Don't rely on willpower. Another dangerous myth. You just need more willpower. No, willpower is limited. It drains quickly. It's like a battery. You can force yourself to wake up at 5 a.m. once or twice. But without a system, your old habits will come back. Successful people aren't stronger than you. They just design systems that remove choice. They don't ask, Should I work today? Their schedule is already set. Their environment is already prepared. Their system decides for them. Think about making coffee. Manual method? You boil water, grind beans, measure everything. If you're tired or busy, you might skip it. Now imagine a coffee machine. You prepared the night before. Set the timer. When you wake up, it's ready. No debate. No effort. Same result. Less resistance. That's the power of systems. Willpower says, I hope I can do this. A system says, this is what I do. Willpower fights emotions. Systems remove emotions. Want to write daily? Block 30 minutes on your calendar. Want to eat healthy? Remove junk food from your home. Want to practice English? Do it at the same time every morning. Want to wake up early? Put your phone across the room. Make good habits easier. Make bad habits harder. Build the system once, and let it carry you every day. Rule 6. Small actions create massive change. People love big wins, big money, big results, big transformation. So they ignore small actions. 10 minutes won't matter. 1 push-up won't change anything. 2 pages isn't progress. So they do nothing. But here's the truth. Small actions don't create fast success. They create permanent change. There's something called the compound effect. It means tiny actions repeated daily turn into huge outcomes over time. Imagine a jar outside during light rain. At first, nothing changes. 10 minutes later, barely any water. It feels pointless. But the rain continues. Drop by drop. Hours later, the jar is half full. By morning, it's overflowing. No single drop filled the jar. Consistency did. 1 English session won't make you fluent. 1 healthy meal won't transform your body. But daily repetition? That changes everything. Don't ask, what's the biggest thing I can do? Ask, what's the smallest thing I can repeat every day? 5 push-ups daily. 100 words written daily. 3 English sentences spoken daily. Do it for 90 days. You won't recognize yourself. Big success is small habits repeated long enough. Rule 7. Repetition creates mastery. Great people aren't great because of talent. They're great because they didn't stop. They repeated the same action so many times it became automatic. You try something once. You struggle. Your brain says, this isn't for me. That's wrong. You don't get better by trying once. You get better by repeating until it feels natural. Think about a child learning to walk. They fall over and over, but they keep trying. Why? Because repetition rewires the brain. Every time you repeat an action, your brain strengthens the pathway. Like walking through a jungle. The first time is hard. After 100 times, it becomes a clear road. That's mastery. Repeat speaking English daily. Repeat starting work immediately. Repeat your daily workout. After 30 days, it feels normal. And once it feels normal, it's part of you. Repetition isn't boring. Repetition is power. Rule 8. Beat procrastination before it grows. Procrastination isn't about time. It's about avoiding discomfort. Your brain wants comfort. Important goals require discomfort. So your brain says, let's do it later. Scroll for 5 minutes. Wait until you feel ready. Every time you listen, you train your brain to escape. And the longer you delay, the heavier it feels. Procrastination doesn't just waste time. It destroys confidence. Here's how to stop it. 1. The 5-second move. Count 5-4-3-2-1 and act. Move before excuses appear. 2. The 2-minute start. Tell yourself you'll do just 2 minutes. Once you begin, momentum builds. 3. Remove the debate. It's 9 a.m. It's English time. No discussion. 4. Track your streak. Mark an X on a calendar daily. Don't break the chain. 5. Change your language. Don't say, I have to. Say, I get to. You won't always feel ready. But the pain of starting lasts minutes. The pain of regret lasts years. Start now. Rule 9. Let your mind lead, not your emotions. Your heart wants comfort. Your mind wants growth. Your heart says, skip today. Your mind says, we have goals. When the alarm rings, your heart says, sleep more. Your mind says, get up. Most people follow comfort, then carry regret all day. The mind understands something powerful. Pain now equals strength later. Discipline now equals freedom later. Train yourself to pause when emotions are loud. Ask, is this comfort or growth? Choose growth. Rule 10. Focus on one thing. Most people fail because they try to do everything at once. Business, fitness, language, confidence, fame, money, energy scattered everywhere. You could be average at everything or great at one thing. Focus turns ordinary effort into unstoppable force. Sunlight warms a room, but focus that same light into a laser and it cuts steel. Your energy works the same way. Choose one mission for 90 days. Say no to distractions. Go all in. When you taste real progress, you'll never return to chaos. Rule 11. Habits shape your future. Habits aren't just actions. They are your identity. Every habit follows a loop. Cue, routine, reward. Your brain loves rewards. Even bad habits stick because they feel good in the moment, but you can create new loops. Attach your habit to a trigger. Keep it simple. Reward yourself. Repeat daily. Eventually, you stop saying, I'm trying. You say, this is who I am. You don't try to speak English. You speak English daily. You don't try to be healthy. You move every day. Change your habits, and you change your life. You've just learned powerful truths about consistency. Now ask yourself, how many times have you said, I'll start tomorrow? Tomorrow became next week. Next week became someday. And someday never arrived. Time isn't waiting. Your dreams aren't waiting. You have two choices. Go back to your old habits. Or decide, right now, to become someone who shows up no matter what. Not when it's easy. Not when it's exciting. But when it's hard. Pick one goal. Build your system. Start small. Repeat daily. No skipping. No quitting. No waiting. Just action. Again and again and again. Success isn't about feeling ready. It's about becoming the person who shows up every day. You're not lazy. You're not broken. You just needed structure. And now you have it. If something inside you woke up while listening to this, don't let it fade. Take action today. And if you want more content that strengthens your mindset while improving your English, stay with this channel. This is your time. This is your life. Show up, stay consistent, and build the future that's waiting for you.